Thank you guys for sitting through that.
So professional.
I know. Geez.
Oh gosh. Well, welcome. Hi, you guys. Happy Friday night. And
Yay.
hanging out here with me and the family here, digging into the news. Any news flashes today, or just the news in the past week? And we'll take a look at questions and stuff. But as everybody's popping in, I can't believe this week has gone really fast for me.
Feels like we just did ladies' night.
I
know.
I seriously feel like we just did.
Yeah.
And but I feel very spoiled that we get to hang out again tonight. So it's really fun.
Me too.
Yeah. But if anything about this last week gives us any message, it's we need to vote.
Yes.
We need to vote. We need to keep the right people in place. This is horrifying.
This is it's horrifying.
It is.
And once again, you have an amazing top. It says "row, row, row your vote."
I love that. And I love that 70s font.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that's really neat. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I couldn't pass it up with the 70s.
I love it.
Hi, Teresa. Hugs to you too. Yeah, and plus it's getting sweater weather, so I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's really cute.
And slippers. I have big slippers.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to
slippers and sweaters?
I'll share.
There you go.
Slippers.
And I was talking to Cassie, and she was saying how awful their new prime minister is. That woman. I guess she's just horrible. And they have a live stream of a head of lettuce, and they're wondering if the head of lettuce, which one will be gone first, her or the head of lettuce.
Oh no!
You gotta love the UK. They do not hold back. The UK, they don't hold back.
They don't hold back. And I guess her press conference was so bad. She answers like 4 questions, and she just hightailed it out of there because the press is unrelenting if they don't like you. So I'm like, I don't think she'll be there very long. So actually, I think Labor will get back in there. Yeah. Which will last longer.
Yeah. That is funny. And is it on live stream like 24/7?
Yeah.
You can just watch.
I gotta find that. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, I can just see everybody sitting around with their pint.
Which will last longer? Head of lettuce or I can't even think of her name.
Denise said that Linda G posted her governor and Senate picks on her community. I can't look because I'm still going to do mine. I'm still going to do mine.
Yeah, don't swayed.
But, yeah, that's so cool. I love that, Kim. Thank you for that image. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah. Yeah, I mean what I can't believe, or maybe I can believe it, is how bad they are at debating. All these debates have just been horrific. They're terrible at debating, but I think when you don't have any principles, you don't really stand for anything. You're just there to pay your donors and do what you're told. I guess you have nothing to. How do you debate? How do you stand for your side if you don't have a side? But they've been awful. I guess Ron Johnson got laughed at and booed, and it's just like, it's awful. It really is awful. So I have high hopes right now but you're right. We have to vote. We have to get out and vote like never before, because you're right. It's horrific.
Like never before. It is horrific. And like you said, these people are getting booed out. These people are the ones that want to make decisions for us. Oh.
And they can't even hold a conversation, a debate, an intellectual conversation. They can't hold one. They can't do press conferences.
No.
They can't do anything.
You heard the last statement of Herschel Walker's statement about the the cows or something. What was it? You know what I'm talking about?
His amusing story about how a bull got 3 cows pregnant and wanted to get the other cows pregnant too. I mean, it was just like, what are you talking about?
It was as
It's
horrific
embarrassing.
as you imagine it to be,
Oh
Andrea.
no.
It was like, and he's going on, and you can see the people behind him that are like supposed to, and they're like, they're like, okay, how are we going to roll this one back? You know what I mean?
Yes.
It was awful.
He's so just like cringy, you know. He's just everything he says is just like, no. Maybe it works in the locker room at the, in football and whatever, but it does not work in this environment. So I don't know what they were thinking.
Wow.
It was it just sickening.
Yeah. And
okay.
his debate is tonight. Yeah, that should be interesting.
And oh yeah, so Suzanne says, "Oh my God, the lettuce has Google eyes on it." That is hilarious. I'm gonna have to look for it.
Gosh, that's so funny.
Okay. So as we're chit chatting, you guys, and welcome everyone. I am starring questions. If you have any current topic questions, throw them in. Yeah, he thinks he's the bull, Constance. I know. Yes. He was thinking he was throwing out this metaphorical,
and everyone's just like, what are you talking about?
Yes, everybody was horrified.
Oh,
wow.
But the best thing is they keep playing it over and over again on social media.
So speaking of horrifying, I didn't get to watch Jan 6 last night. What do you guys think in the comments? How was it?
What were your guys' takeaway from the?
Is it the last one, or is there more?
There could be more.
There could be more. It was supposed to be the last one, but
the season ender had a cliffhanger because they said they called. They're going to call Trump to testify, and so they're going to give him a subpoena, and then if he defies the subpoena, he'll get charged or whatever. Yeah. Which he will. Yeah, he can't show up. He won't show up.
Wow.
But he did give this 13 or 14 page letter, just of nonsense. It was just him screeching at the top of his lungs. He's, angry about everything and whatever. So yes, how strong Pelosi was on January 6th. They had behind the scenes footage.
Yes.
That her daughter took, because her daughter's a documentarian.
Oh.
And it's Nancy Pelosi calling in the National Guard. She was president that day. She was president that day.
100%.
She did a great job. Yeah, she did a great job. It made her look amazing. So I am sure he is furious today because he got subpoenaed and everyone's talking about what a boss Nancy Pelosi
was.
So.
It is. And one of her lines, which I'm just so, how divine was that her daughter was documenting on that day?
I mean,
and I just
absolutely divine, inspiration for sure.
And but when she said, I want to punch him, I know I'll go to jail, but it'll be worth it. I want to. It was in one of the videos.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because they kept saying it. Trump's trying to get to the Capitol. She's like, I hope he does because I want to punch him. I'm going to go to jail, but I'll feel good about it.
I'll feel good about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she was fit to be tied.
So there's some really great,
and rightly so. They were under threat.
Yeah. Hours and hours and hours of thinking they were going to be killed. I mean, it's unforgivable. It's
And her daughter was there with her. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps. She would have been so afraid for her daughter too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Of course, I wonder. I'm curious to know, do you guys think that Trump will turn that around as a threat to his life? You know what I mean? You could see him doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure he will be like, oh, we're supposed to be the violent ones and she's violent, that kind of thing. But everybody understands.
Well, yeah. And
like she said, somebody in the chat said, we all want to punch him. So there.
We all want to punch him.
We all understand. It's fine.
All right. So,
wow.
Yeah, so there are some good nuggets, Andrea, and I'm sure, and I keep catching them too because I wasn't able to watch the whole thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, you'll see some of them, I'm sure, as the time goes on because they'll replay. M. Wallace says Pelosi's daughter was asked to describe her mother, and she said something like, "She could cut your head off, and you wouldn't even know you were bleeding." That woman was born to be in charge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And the way she was, they kept telling them no. They were that they need Trump's, approval to call the National Guard, and he won't give it. Can you call the DC police? Nope, Trump won't give his approval. So she just went to work. She started calling the mayor, and she started calling Maryland, and she was just amazing. Yeah, just amazing. Great leader. She'll go down in history as one of the greats, I'm sure. And people have problems with Nancy Pelosi too, because she's not that too left wing, but she's great. She really, really is. She's done a great job as as speaker. And she's, brilliant woman.
And her mind was just totally on resolving what was happening.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing her ever in fear for herself or even speak anything like that. She was just constantly trying to
solve it.
Nope. And she was worried about the staff. She was worried about other people. She wasn't worried about the offices. She's like, I know they're destroying our offices. That doesn't matter. It's, we don't want to get we don't want anyone to get hurt, just, yeah. So clear headed in such a horrible situation, Yeah.
Yeah.
In theory, she was the president because 45 wasn't doing anything. Pence was hiding.
Yeah.
In theory, she's next in charge, right?
Yeah, she is. Exactly.
Those two are
exactly.
That's right into it.
She would be next in charge. So she stepped up and said, yeah, I'm here. Let's do this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yes. Good for her.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, it was a cliffhanger, and so we'll be to see
you next season.
And let's dive into some of these questions.
Okay. All right.
All right. So we're switching gears a little here and going here.
Oh, that's right. That was also in the news.
This happened. The Alex Jones judgment.
1 billion.
And 1 billion. Of course, he goes on his own little channel or whatever he does and was crying and asking for money.
It's all going to go to the family, so I don't know what he's asking for money for. Anything he earns now is gone. So
yeah. So how is Fox feeling? Is this affecting Fox Network at all? Are they thinking about this? Are they saying, oh gosh, here we go, the precedents, it's been broken through, so what's going to happen to us? Is this going to be open? What's that? Oh my gosh, what's that season where they say it's open something season?
Open hunting season?
Open hunting, but there's a wording, and I just saw a flash of it come through, and open season. Yeah. Like it's going to be open season or something. I think that's the feel everybody's getting now. Oh gosh, now that they can do that to him,
right?
Because of it. So that's where they're going. They're going with it. That's why they're crybabying, because they're like, oh no, here we go. They're after us now. It's open season.
Yeah.
They're saying we're ridiculous for.
Well, I feel like there was either a memo or a meeting of like, now you can't say this or this or this. I feel like there's a whole bunch of things now they're not gonna either say anymore or they can't say, like Dominion voting machines, things like that. It's like, you can't say this anymore. You can't. So I feel like there is some kind of, they're under restrictions now. That's what it feels like. They have restrictions now that they didn't have before. Because, I think they all think that they are protected under free speech. But you can't defame people and you can't yell fire in a crowded, there are limitations to it, and they're testing them. And now they effed around and found out, right? They found out what's going to happen. So, but it does feel like there was some kind of either meeting or memo where it's like, you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't say this. So they're, what's it called? Kind of censoring themselves a little bit is what it feels like.
For the meantime.
For the meantime, yeah.
Until this, they're just waiting for the karma to come back around. Yeah, because they're thinking they're going to be the target next. Yeah, we might see something coming in. Yep, I feel like something's coming in.
Yeah.
Against them. So karma's coming back in. They're going to be the target. I love these cards. Whoever made these, just really tell
I love
story.
They're pretty.
So I feel like coming up in this winter or coming up soon, because I have the frozen. We have they're going to be called to the that says protect, but they're going to. Right. I see it as a symbol of something's going to be coming at them.
They got to take shelter.
Right.
Yeah. There you go. Taking shelter. Taking shelter because someone's doing it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got authority is going to be taking action against them, and they're going to have some kind of conformity. They're going to have to be regulated.
Right.
It can't just be going out there saying these wild things that aren't true and incite people, right? Or cause fear or just complete chaos.
Right.
So some kind of they're going to be sanctioned something, because here in Canada we have standards and practices. You can't say certain things in TV commercials and on the news.
Right. Exactly.
So I feel like that's going to come into play, because they have to have some kind of responsibility if they are a large broadcasting company.
Right. Well, that's the thing, right? Because the networks don't want to keep getting sued. And so they're going to start doing exactly that, Andrea. I think you're right.
Terry says they were talking about an AI that would instantly fact check.
And maybe they get, everything they say like that, like what Alex Jones was saying, they would get, they'll get charged like a fine.
Right.
Every time you say these things, you're going to get $1 million fine. So if you say it 7 times on your show in an hour, you're going to get a $7 million fine.
Ooh.
Well, that's what they do with like swearing. That's what they do. They have a fine for swearing. Why not?
Oh, they do?
Spread lies about people and,
Yeah, like on Saturday Night Live, if someone swears by accident on live TV, NBC gets a fine.
Yeah.
And that's just a swear word. That's not even what these people are talking,
Right.
That's a great,
that much gentler than the filth that they're spewing out of their TV show.
So I feel like something's coming for Tucker Carlson, and I feel like I keep getting Sean Hannity's going to be called as a witness for something. I just see him as witness, but I don't know.
He's in the thick of it.
I just like, yeah. I don't know if it's a witness for something with Trump or something, but he's called as it says, I just see witness, that he's going to be a witness to something or something. And I think Tucker Carlson's going to get sued, actually. It feels like a lawsuit coming for him.
There's, Scandal.
I just heard scandal. There's something coming for him. speaking of karma, something coming for Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I was just reading on Hannity. So something's going to come to light about his dealings with Orange, some sort of guilt. There's money. I hate to say it, probably females, and we know what that means. Right? It's just a matter of time before that chaos is brought by the authorities. They have their third eye on this. They know what's going on with Hannity.
Wow.
Okay.
They have a foresight. Because, 45 comes down, they all come down.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, judgment's coming. They're losing. It's not going to be like the good old days or whatever. They like to think of that as the good. They're losing that, and judgment's coming down upon them. And when you were talking about, was it Hannity? These cards came out in regards to that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you have the
he's
5
gonna
of Pentacles. He's out, and that judgment coming at. They're coming at him. There's something coming right at him.
Ready to go. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you have it.
Giselle said many people have gotten death threats because of Fox. They've made so many innocent people's lives miserable.
Exactly.
So that's not good karma coming back at you. And it's going to come back. It's going to come back around.
Yep. It sure is.
Yeah.
And sweetie darling Lulu, you connected into that energy with that, seeing that happening because of what happened to Alex Jones. So good catch on that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Mountain Dancer. I like this. Mountain Dancer. I like that name. Biden just put sanctions on China regarding computer chips. How is that going to go for us? Regarding computer chips? I don't know about this one.
So what are the sanctions? Because obviously we all need computer chips.
Well, I know that they've stolen our technology before, or taken it and said it's theirs, but it's ours, that kind of thing, like underhanded things. So I'm wondering if it's something like that. They tried to do something with computer chips. But I don't know. I haven't heard about this, so I don't know.
Well, Dub Z says China is in hurt bag over this.
Well, whatever's come to light is bringing defeat to Dominion. So bringing defeat to China. Cards are out on the table. Biden's not fooling around. He's put his cards on the table with this. I don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
I think this is a really big move. And this is going to, we have gains. We've got all these coins here, money. It's upside down. China's going to lose in this. What's something?
I'm just getting that next year's going to be a horrible year for China. I don't know why. I think it's all financial. I think it's all finances. I even think maybe the government's in trouble or something. But it feels like next year is awful for China. Sorry if there's people that know people in China, but it just feel like it's like financial and like government, like unrest, like government something.
Biden is going to move production to the U.S. from China. Okay, thank you, Chris.
To move to what is he?
Trying to move the chip production to the U.S. But that's interesting. He's cut. Wow.
Yeah, Marie, the housing bubble, the real estate market in China is going to burst. It's the experts have been
That's
saying
what it is.
it's coming. So that's
Okay.
probably part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it feels, really, really bad.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, this is brand new to me. Unfortunately, I should be better at the news. I didn't see. I thought I was good at the news, but I missed this. It looks like he's wanting to move that contract. You have the contract in reverse, so move that contract back fast. Putting China out. They literally, I keep getting these same cards in regards to getting out of beneath that and bringing it home. Bringing it home.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
And again, cutting off the contract and bringing it home.
Jeez.
And yeah, this is going to be a positive change because I feel like there's something else going on here. China, from what I'm understanding, what I'm getting here, and is they're not willing to play. So if we're all sitting down playing a board game, they keep trying to cheat in the board game and do it their own way, or do this or do that, and then so you have the U.S. saying, let's play together, let's help each other win the game, right? And they keep trying to win it all themselves or something. I keep seeing this playing out, and Biden's like, okay, if you're not going to play the game right with us, if you're not going to play above board or whatever, then we need to start making these changes so you can see you want to be on your own, you're on, you know what I mean? So either you're in and
play nice
with everybody, or you're going to be out. Because he really, I think he really has tried to contact the China and really pull in and make harmony and to make a positive change between, but it's not happening yet, so he had to do that. So that's kind of what I'm getting in surrounds to this.
Interesting.
So and again, it's metaphor, but underneath it all, that's okay. This was left over for the Fox one.
No.
So I guess that's a yes on the Fox News one.
Yeah. Guess so.
Okay.
Biden understands that we're stronger together.
Yes.
Thank goodness. You got someone in there who's trying to make it right. Because the decisions he's making or doing affect all the rest of us, certainly your neighbors up here in Canada.
Right.
But I think he's trying to make it better for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as you start wanting to be the only one that's, the strongest, the powerful, and everybody has to do what I do or whatever. It's the beginning of the fall. You need to be able to work together.
Right.
All humans on this big old planet.
Right.
Okay.
I think there might be something with food in China. There's something either something with food, either a food shortage or there's something with food that's going to be going on next year. I'm trying to tap into why are they having such a bad year next year? But there's something with food as well. So I think something with their money, and then something with food. There's something with food shortage or food, or maybe exporting or something. I don't know, or contamination. I don't know. But it's something. It's food just came up. So
I got a
food.
yes
Honey.
with pendulum on import and export of food.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is then.
So that'll hurt their economy. Plus,
Yeah.
Not good for their people if there's not food. Well, I mean, there'll be food, but there'll be some shortages.
But I also feel like there's going to be there's going to be some unrest as well within the country.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Leadership for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People rising up. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think. I'm sorry. How do you say it? Chi. How do you?
She.
She.
I think. Yeah.
The president. He's not going to be in power by the end of next year.
Oh wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Together is better, guys. You can't do it alone, and this is what is going to happen to them. They're going to be trying to carry it all. It's too much of a burden on their own.
Right.
But yeah, the unrest. That's what I saw as well. So, oof, I got hot now.
Mm.
But we shouldn't be relying on one country to develop the world's 80% of the world's goods, or whatever the number percentage is, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They set that up, didn't they? But we saw that coming. We're like, okay, you're giving a lot to, yeah, it needs to be shared. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, this is a great question. Why did the January 6th Commission not mention Ginny Thomas at all?
Mm.
Well, I read on this last night, but I'll look at it again.
Okay.
What I got was that it was a lot of it was Liz Cheney. She's sick. She's ill. And I felt like she felt like it was kind of exploiting someone who was clearly not well.
Wow, that's what I just got in my head.
Is that what you got too? Oh, good.
She's not there, so how can you?
Right.
She's gone. She's loop-de-loos.
Yeah. And it also, she still has.
Wow.
For people that like those people, she still has kind of a clout, because she's married to a Supreme Court justice. So I don't think it would have been good. It would have influenced the wrong people, and it may have looked like they were
picking on her,
or just exploiting her because she was mentally ill, and she's not well, is what I got. And I guess sounds like what you got, Andrea. That
it's like I heard that I just saw it or heard it, and I was like, oh wow,
yeah,
it must have been pretty bad. She must have been all over the place while she was talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that must have been hard for Cheney to see her friend like that.
Yeah.
Anytime I've thrown on Ginny Thomas, though, I can see it, and the cards are all like, bleh, like.
Yeah.
You can tell there's something bad going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it almost felt like it was obvious, like it was clear to everybody. It wasn't like, oh, I think she might be a little off. It's like it was clear she's lost her mind. she's just not. She's gone off the deep end in some way. So it was like,
yeah. And it may be coming. There may be other things happening to their. Here's them as a whole, Ginny and her husband as a whole,
right.
And then you have poverty and imprisonment. So it might just mean that when I get all these cards together, to me, it says that kind of like their loss and their own kind of imprisonment that they will
Right.
deal with on their own.
Right. And
The
you know,
losses will be, yeah. Mhm.
I always got too that that he would step down to take care of his wife. That's what
Yeah.
I've always
I've
gotten,
always
and
gotten that
and I
too.
don't know if that is exactly right, because I think maybe it's you know, she gets sick, or but it could just be she's unhinged, you know, and he needs to like back away from his position because she's it's not good, you know.
Yeah. I always felt he was leaving too because of her.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She has some kind of paranoia too. She has some kind of it's whatever is going on with her, it's like mixed in with paranoia. She's paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2535 Apple, mentally unstable to stand trial. That's what I just heard unstable, and then I saw that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, she could have been blurting anything out.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
there was concern about that. And so now he maybe he may need to take a different path. You have pathway, mature man, and him as a judge. He may that's a change in pathways because of bad health, and then you have that despair card. So
Okay. Yeah.
interesting. Wow.
And also, if she is in that rough shape, you can't really take her testimony too much, because who knows what she's really telling the truth or not if she's that gone.
Right. Right.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah. I didn't expect it to go this direction.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't excuse what she did.
Right.
But
no. It helps you understand it, though. It helps you understand why she's so weird. It's because she's really not, you know, okay mentally. And I think that there is a lot of that in that base. I think his base, they have a lot of people that are not, you know, in reality.
Rudy Giuliani, like all of them.
Yeah.
Roger Stone, like, do any of them seem like they got it going on?
Oh, right.
It all seemed
none of them seems like none of them have it going on. Sure. No.
Yeah. Okay. It's just that, you know, it's so hard. This is such a thin line for me personally, because I understand we are all here having a human experience, and it's hard. We all have our own paths. We have our own challenges. But injustice is hard for me when there's been an injustice, yet you have a person who has had these challenges in her own life and her mind and like that, and these challenges.
Right.
Where do I place my feelings now? Because I really think, oh my gosh, you know, she's really done some horrible things here,
Right.
and we need justice, but yet here we have a broken human that also needs compassion. So how do you?
Well, let's say she can't stand trial and charges are brought against her. Don't they put her somewhere then in some kind of home or like mental?
Yeah, I just don't think she's that bad that they would put her in a home. Yet she
can
some
still
brokenness
function.
in her mind.
She's just,
like, I mean, like a prison place,
right?
But for
people with issues.
I don't know.
Well, they'd have to, if she's not competent to stand trial,
they can't just let her go if she's guilty of something.
So they must, someone just put asylum. something. I'm sure there are. I wonder what. Yeah, I'm sure that's happened before. So I'm sure there is a protocol. You know, that's what they do. But I agree with you. It's hard because as a person, as a human, you have compassion.
Yeah.
As an American, it's really hard. But that's our ego self, though, right? That being us being, you know, when you take a stance in part of a group like that, that is ego. That's the person you are while you're here. You know, that's not who we really are. It's just, you know, I'm in this life. I'm Kim. I'm an American. I'm white. I'm woman. I'm the, you know, all these things. But it's just my circumstance in this life. It's not really who I am.
Right. It's just our part that we're playing here. We're all part of this.
Our souls are very compassionate towards her because this is not going well for her. But as an American, I get angry because it's like, you know, what are you doing? You're trying to, you know, get rid of our democracy. What's wrong with you?
Right.
You know, so that's, you know, that is, so I agree. Yeah. You're torn. It's your human self and your spirit self.
Yeah. So thank you, Kim. I'm glad we had this time.
Yes.
That really helps when you break it down like that, that your soul self has compassion for this other person's human experience. Understanding that that was the, you know, as we were all coming down, that was the part she was playing. But my human part or whatever, that understands justice and when something's been done that's wrong and all that. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
And these people, you know, they're not happy people. It's not like any of them are like happy go lucky, having fun, you know, enjoying their life. None of them are. They're all greedy, angry, you know, grudges, you know, getting sued in constant chaos. And, you know, none of them are, it's like you said, none of them have it going on.
Right.
So, you know, they're all miserable. So even when they win, they don't win, you know?
Because it's never enough. It's not.
No, exactly. It's never enough. It's never enough.
So I think she'd probably be put somewhere until she could stand trial. And then if that never happened, then she would always just stay there.
Yeah. And I think that she'd be able to stand trial. I think that maybe what you guys are tapping into is that Cheney didn't want to make it into a circus of showing.
It would be in poor taste.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking about why they didn't use her footage, just because she seemed like a crazy person, and they thought it would be unfair or exploitive, I guess, to show her when she's vulnerable, because she's not, she really isn't in control of how she's behaving. She's gone off the deep end in some way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking, LLC. It's almost impossible to get anyone confined for a patient for even just 3 days if they need it. So asylums aren't really a thing anymore.
Right.
Deb, thank you. I did star her question. Let's see. Okay.
Well, they have enough money. They can probably get her whatever help she needs. You know, and hopefully they would do that. If it comes to that, you know, if she can't stand, but I bet she could stand trial, because all you need to know to stand trial is the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
And I think she still knows that. Well, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like she'd be able to stand trial. But I do feel that what you guys picked up on very clearly was the other part of it. Okay. On to a new one. KD. Will our new consciousness about the inequalities in this country, world, finally affect who they put on TV? AKA the Kardashians and things like that.
One would
I
think
go ahead, Andrea.
with
Sorry.
our enlightenment, we wouldn't want to watch garbage television or idolize ridiculousness.
Right.
I don't know if we're there yet.
Right.
way.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some of us, I mean, we try to be there and not watch things like that.
Right.
And before we dive in there, I just really wanted to say real quick that M. Wallace says, if the QAnon shaman can stand trial, Ginny Thomas can.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Yeah.
Well, all those people, all of those followers of this nonsense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, we have a set of laws on the earth.
Right.
Differentiate, difference between each country, but you can't do certain things. And it doesn't matter if you're mentally ill, you still can't do them. You have to be held accountable, even if you have an issue. But
exactly, you're still held accountable on some way or another, whether you can stand trial or not.
Right.
There's still
something
accountability.
should be done. Yes.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean she's not going to stand trial for any of her part. Just that's why we weren't privy to any of the the tape of her testimony. Okay. So back to this other important topic of the consciousness about the inequalities.
It's the same as where we put our focus, money, and gratitude. So Kardashians make millions, and a kindergarten teacher doesn't, or a doctor or a nurse doesn't.
Right.
What is the most important thing? It's not money. That will shift with our new consciousness. It's not money. It's how can you be of service? How can you help everyone? That's where the accolades will be, right?
Ooh, I like that, Andrea. Where can I be of service?
If we were all of service to each other, no one would be hungry. Everyone on the planet would have food and water, shelter, and healthcare, and joy, right? For the most part, that would be everyone's main goal. Like, how can I make you happy today?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
It's all linked to money, right?
Yeah.
Well, we've been told that there's a certain set of things that are goals or that should be applauded or idolized. It's a completely different shift of focus, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's it. It's this worship of these billionaires and millionaires, and thinking that, I think one thing that has to change is this idea that everyone could be a millionaire if they just work hard enough, or everybody can be a billionaire if they just put their nose to the grindstone. That kind of nonsense has to stop. Most of these people are incredibly lucky, or they are born into it. They're born. It's families that have money that they're passing it down to their family.
And why is having a private plane a goal? That doesn't mean that you're happy.
Virgo, thank you so much.
Exactly.
These Kardashians, I don't know what they do behind the scenes, but when do I ever see, I'm not to pick on them, but when do we ever see them at the opening of a children's hospital or donating millions to research? Or,
oh no, they're taking the money. Remember, they're taking the money from.
I know, but like Jeff Bezos, if you want me to think that you're totally awesome, I'd like you to buy the Amazon forest and save it and just preserve it. Then yes, then you're awesome.
Right.
But
and we do have people that have tons of money that do things like that. I know Bill Gates has given a lot of money away. I know George Soros, he's always, the right demonizes him because he does give a ton of money away, and he doesn't want to, supposedly he doesn't want to keep his money after he's gone. He wants to kind of just give it. So there are people like that, but
Again, it's what we're fed, right? On
Yes,
TV and
yes,
things like that, that money, money's money's the answer. It's not.
right, right, exactly.
And I do feel it will shift over time how that is communicated out of our TVs and YouTubes and social medias and like that. I do feel that it will shift.
Right.
And come more into balance.
Yeah.
Maybe more balanced.
Right. And we'll be pushed, right? Because COVID taught some of us that. And these natural disasters are teaching some of us that, so there'll be things that happen in the world that will push us to that, because that's having a rise in consciousness is our evolution. We're evolving to that. So whatever's going to happen is going to be pushing us to that, to getting past this point of, thinking war is the only answer and violence is only, those kinds of things are starting to fade out. These more, I say, masculine or domineering or whatever they are, they're starting to go. They're holding on for sure, because they're powerful energies that we've had here for a long time. So they're going to hang on, but it's our evolution. So we're going to get there eventually, but it's just how quickly, how smart we will become, how fast we will become, able to do that, let go of some of these things. But it'll happen. It's going to happen.
It will happen. And the thing is it's too bad that it, usually those big shifts happen when, like, let's say you lose a loved one and all of a sudden you're just like, nothing matters. Like what mattered to you before, like, maybe you watched like The Voice all the time and that was so fun and you wanted to, that was like a big deal to you. All of a sudden that doesn't even matter anymore. And you start to dive into things that really matter in the consciousness of
priorities.
Everything.
Yeah.
Priorities. So
prioritizing. Yeah.
Priorities change. Yeah. This
Yeah.
shift will happen.
Yes.
The shine card. So we're following we're following the light. We will get there. We will get there as we ascend. And like, I know for myself, there's stuff I might have watched on TV years ago that I could not even stomach today.
Right. It's like, it's like, what?
Right. Right.
Because that shifted. Yeah. I think the whole family here could look at areas where, oh, that used to be important to me. Not at all, even in my radar now. Because you shifted.
And it will be individuals, right? It will be individuals, and and pretty soon it will be, hopefully everybody, but yeah.
And fame and money is not happiness. That's not where.
Yeah, if you think that's happiness, then you're missing out on something. There's going to be a big lesson coming in with that.
I think it was,
how many rich, beautiful people have been miserable and committed suicide and had all kinds of problems, and it's clear. We see it. We've seen that over and over again, and still somehow, many people, many think it's the answer.
Yeah, Jim Carrey said, he goes, I hope everyone becomes a millionaire so they know that that's not the answer. I hope everyone is rich, because then they'll know that that's not what happiness is.
They're like, oh, okay.
Right.
Well, I have the money, but I'm still alone, and I still
it's in here. Here, your energy, like.
Right.
Okay. Today, President Biden sanctioned China by putting restrictions on.
We did this one.
Oh,
we're going backwards.
Okay, so you'll just have to rewind. We just did this one, or let this play out and then fast forward or whatever. But yeah, we just did this one. But great question.
Yes.
Good minds think alike. All right, we'll choose one more last one here. We've done a lot of these same type of questions.
That's funny, Andrea, that you say that, because that's right about Jim Carrey, that some people, they get everything they thought they were going to need to be happy, and then they're still not happy, and that's when they have their like
They're like,
aha,
whoa.
it
You
comes
know,
in
they have a
different ways.
mansion, they have a sports car, they're a famous movie star, they have, you know, they're dating celebrities, whatever it is, they're invited to all the parties, and they go
Yes.
home every night and they're like, I am so unhappy.
Yeah,
Because
that's exactly right. That's
you know,
exactly right.
it's not a financial thing.
No, it isn't.
Sleuth Jill. Trump is trying to start a Trump 2. Oh, yeah. A Trump 2 organization in Delaware. Tish James had to apply for an injunction to prevent him transferring assets. Well, she succeeds. So what happened is, since this is all going down, I'm going to make another Trump organization and transfer all the stuff so she can't get any whatever from this one.
What a weasel.
I mean, isn't that, I just think it's odd that we can't just go, dude, like, we can see what you're doing here. You know what I mean? You're doing it in broad daylight. Like, that's against the law. Okay. Will she be successful?
I don't think he'll be able to do it, actually. I think I think she'll be successful.
Mhm.
I don't think he can do that.
Successful preventing double change.
And it feels like restriction. There's like a lot of restrictions or something on it, so he can't do that.
Yeah, he's guilty. Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do that. Okay. I trust this. Yeah. Did you use your cards, Andrea?
I did.
Me too. I can't wait to see yours. Bezos' wife is giving her money away.
Bezos' wife. Yeah, see, I like her. She's giving lots of that money away. Yeah.
Good.
He's not going to be able to do what he thinks he is. No, it's not going to happen. She's going to put some kind of court order or something in place. He's going down. There's okay. He's going down. I think the kids are going with him. They're skewered there with him together, right? And there's a big crap storm coming for him and them, and the crap storm is money. So Letitia James is this magical unicorn who's going to bring justice.
Magical unicorn.
That's exactly what we need.
The justice in, and this is his end. Like she's part of his end, if not the end for him. She's not going to back down. I love her strength.
Yeah.
Whatever little game he's playing, she's right there. Right there.
That's what I feel too. She's not gonna let him do it.
Yeah, he's getting stopped. Okay, I'm just
yeah. She's gonna go after him until he is pushing up daisies. That's what I'm telling you. That black card.
No doubt.
Gonna stop going after him.
Yeah, I got the thing as well, but he's guilty. Catherine, thank you. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
And then I got the death card. Yeah.
Right.
It's the end.
You got it too.
Oh my gosh.
You got the darkness, you got that card. Yeah. So she'll go right till his end.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And what state wants him? He ripped off the state of New York. He's being sued. And so what state wants him to come to their state and rip them off too? It's like,
I think someone told me that Delaware, and I could be totally wrong, but Delaware has something where, you know, the rich kind of put things there because there's less of a tax or something. I don't know. It's somebody in the chat maybe knows, or you guys know.
I'm sure there's a reason he picked Delaware, you know, but
Delaware.
I don't see it happening. So Joe Biden's from Delaware, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he was born there. Right?
Very interesting.
And I thought I read that, it's a tax haven. Yes, it's something like that, where there's more corporations in Delaware than people. So there's something going on there. Someone told me that.
Yeah. Tax shelters or something like that.
Yeah, it must be.
It would have to be something like that.
Wouldn't that surprise me? Yeah.
Huh.
You incorporate there. Oh, interesting.
But I thought I saw that Don, I don't know, I briefly saw in the news something about Don Jr. stepping away from 45 in this second org business. Did anybody else see that?
Interesting. I didn't see that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Because Junior is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, yes.
Because I keep, when I keep looking over into the energy, Ivanka her face keeps coming in, and I was wondering why. I mean, I know that she's not feeling great. She's still, she's still trying to get away with this, or trying to cover her tracks, or she's still spinning her wheels, or something to do with maybe we can still get in front of this. Maybe we can still beat this or whatever. But she's feeling the anxiety. It's taking her body down for sure. She is not doing well physically.
Oh, interesting.
But I can imagine this type of stress that she's carrying.
It caused it for everyone else. I mean, I'm an empath. I got no sympathy.
I was just going to say, my soul self feels for her, but my other part, my human whatever, this is part of her challenge that she chose to.
They're exhausting. They've done it to themselves. They really have.
I know
she's a victim.
She didn't grow up with a great role model, and he was obviously probably whatever he was to his children. But you can leave.
Yeah.
You could leave all the money. You can leave your father.
There's still choice. There's still choice here, yeah.
And, she could have got a job as a waitress and started another life. Or whatever.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, she might have to do that anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting. Well, I kind of want to leave on a positive note here. So maybe, maybe do a card for every, I know Kim doesn't have cards, but she can still bring a message in. For everyone. I'll just do a card.
Do you want to do a card for anything in particular, or just a good news or something for the rest of the year?
Yeah, something good.
Something good.
I want to leave on a good
note. Reader's choice. Pick something exciting that you want to get a message on. That would be good.
Ooh. Oh, well, maybe something, I don't know, something positive this next week. Okay.
Something positive.
Positive next week? Is that what you said?
Sure.
Okay.
Positive for next
Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Positive coming in. I see women uniting.
Oh, good. Ah, very nice card.
Chris, yes. That is a yes to you. Kim does doodle to bring in her messages. The question is, Kim, do you doodle to bring in your messages?
Yeah.
Do you ever show your doodles or sell them? You could sell them.
You know, that's what. Yeah. They're masterpieces. They really are.
I'll hang it up back there. I got an awesome card. So I got the card of commitment, and we see the two hands coming together. Star can represent enlightenment. So I'm going to say next week, things coming together in a good way. Humans coming together, dedicated to helping each other. Ooh,
yeah. It's kind of what I was seeing with the women all coming together.
Yeah, I know. You said that. I saw the card. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Right?
That's good. That's good. Wow.
I feel like there might be some good financial news next. I feel like there's something like I can't put my finger on it, but it's like something with jobs and like executive order, something with jobs or with industry or jobs or something, but it's it's positive for the economy. It's very positive, but it feels like he's signing stuff. I'm signing stuff with like a company here. So I feel like there's something going on with that, but it's positive. It's very positive.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense. I don't know what to say,
No,
it's like
good.
I'm telling you exactly what I'm seeing. It's like he's signing, and there's like companies, and I feel like it's very positive. It's very good for the economy.
Yeah. I do see a dissolve of an old empire and the new ushering in with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
You have the new coming in and dissolving the shadowy the old order of things, like an old order, and the new order is being ushered in, and people are uniting, and that's where I'm getting that. I have the Devil there and the Moon. So that's that old shadowy order that just didn't make sense anymore, or if it ever did, but that's how it was. But I see a shift in that and moving into the future. So with that Three of Wands.
Nice.
So
that's good.
We may see some of that next week. You'll see bits and pieces of it in play next week. So yay, we like that.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you. I like how our spirit teams brought together like what's taking place is, where's the good news here, but like, okay, so we're let's make it
got something that's good.
Something positive here. And I like the aspect of also the financial piece to it and all of it. So that's awesome. Well, thank you guys for hanging out on Newsflash Friday. Always love being with you guys and being with the family and being able to look at some of these. I mean, who knew how crazy our world was going to get? Like I had an idea, but you just never know until you're walking it right in the middle of it.
I mean, I really expected like to roll up the channel after 2020 because I thought, well, Trump's going to be gone, and but my God, it's like
there's years more
every year. Yeah, we'll get there. We will get there.
Oh my gosh, and then it's pretty bizarre, but here we are, and
it's moving in the right direction, right?
Yes,
Things are
coming here to the bitter end.
Right? Things are coming to light. Things are getting in front of judges and things, you know what I mean? There's some movement.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're moving in the right direction. Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's slow, but it's moving, yes.
Can we see your doodle pad, please?
You need to show us.
What did you draw tonight?
Oh, let me see. Where was I? And now I've closed my book, so I
Uh-oh.
don't know where I was.
Never mind.
We are in this together. We and there we go.
Oh my goodness.
How's that?
That's amazing.
Crazy. And there's like in here, like you can see like Cheney, like sometimes words, da da da.
That's awesome. Thank you for
Yeah,
taking us backstage there.
that's
Yeah,
right.
isn't that amazing?
That is it. I love it.
And then this one too. I did that one too.
Oh, and
Yeah.
that's right, because she chooses
Flowers and
different colors.
Christmas and that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yay.
All right, guys, have a good rest of your Friday evening, and hugging you all, and we'll see you all next time. So
See you
blessings
next
to you.
time. Bye.
And if you're
Oh.
interested in taking the Psychic Medium Masterclass, please.
Oh, that's right. November 1st, right?
It starts November 1st, and that's going to be our last class of the year. So we won't be back with
Yes.
new classes until into next year. So this is our last one. It's a smaller class, so it's more intimate time, and building that up. So check it out on freebirdspirit.com and sign on up. Yay. All right. Blessings to you all. I had to get that commercial in right there.
I'm so glad that you did. I completely forgot.